Hi, it's Lady Mina. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to discuss, oh my goodness, my voice is going today. We're going to discuss this week's update. There's a lot of things in this week. We've got a new servant, we've got a new VIP suit as always. We have a new event, and this time it's not for us, but for the Emperor. He's got a lovely new suit and a new golden makeup that's it's quite cheap. It's cheaper than our regular events, and there's a reason for that. It's because there's a new servant dropping, and that's going to eat everybody's gold for the coming weeks. But there is something else that's dropped in the update that I want to talk about first. We have a new cross-server guild war. That's what this is. So there's individual rankings for the guild champion, as I understand it, as well as group rankings. But this is for the top 3 guilds in every server. So let's go ahead and cover the rules very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to read through it. This hasn't hit yet, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. So we'll just cover this really quickly. So if all the servers in your cross-server group reach level 80 before the guild challenge opens on 9:55 on Friday, then the Royal Assembly will open. So that means if there's a group that hasn't hit it, you, as your 3 servers, might not get this event. At least that's what it sounds like. I'm not sure. Again, this hasn't hit yet. So during the Royal Assembly, no players are allowed to remove guild members or dismiss guilds. So that means if you're planning to merge guilds, you need to do that. If you're planning to merge guilds and add players, delete players, whatever, you need to finish that before Friday nights. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it in time for the guild war, or the guild challenge. Okay, so during the period after the settlement of guild battle, but before the opening of Royal Assembly, you can participate in the guessing process. There's like a guessing mini game before it opens as well. So when Royal Assembly is over, corresponding guild awards will be distributed based on the rank of the chosen guild in the Phoenix Hall. All players participate in the guessing game, and then the awards are distributed by email. So that means they'll show up in our mailbox. So there's 3 guild halls, right? So that's the guild. So this is guild versus guild cross-server battle. So the number 1 guild in my server, server 6, will go up against the number 1 guild in, I don't know, server 8 and server 4, if that's our server groups. And then the number 2 guilds will go up against each other, and then number 3 guilds will go up against themselves as well. So number 1s go to Phoenix Hall, number 2s go to Eagle Hall, number 3s go to Peacock Hall, and all of those different halls have different prizes that are available to them. If any specific guild reaches 200,000, that's 20,000 points, or the event lasts for 30 minutes, the event closes. So that's the 2 ways to win. Either one guild gets to 20k, or the timer runs down. So I'm not entirely sure what the map is going to look like. I don't know how this game actually plays. I imagine every player in your guild is going to need to be there for it. I'm going to try to record the video, record it when it drops. Maybe the video will come out in about 2 weeks, because I'd like to have 1 week to figure out how this works, and then another week to record a video on it. But it says here that you have to take the halls. So you have the main hall, the side hall, and the arena. The higher level a hall you take, the more guild points you earn, but it'll take you more time. To occupy the main hall, you get 600 points. If you do a side hall, it's 200, and for an outer arena, it's 100. So to occupy the arena, there's like 3 different levels, and then once the arena is occupied, you have it. I don't know if people can take it though. Defeating the enemy will earn you crack points. The higher power of a player you defeat, the more crack points you obtain. So you can, and they also have like different sizes of the chibis. So like the biggest one is the strongest, and the smallest one is the weakest. When you occupy a palace successfully, you obtain strategy points. And then the strategy points also add to that final score of 20k that we were talking about earlier. At least that's what it seems like. So there's no way to know how exactly this event goes, because none of us have access, well, nobody that I know of has access to the Chinese version of this game, so we don't know how exactly all of this works. So I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks to discuss that. But I want to point out, if you are in one of the 3 guilds, top 3 guilds, you want to go ahead and take a look at what the prizes are for winning this. So there's individual, so this is individual crack points. Maybe they should have picked a different word for that. Guild points and strategy points. So there's 3 different award levels for everything. So in the individual for Phoenix Hall, and I would be fighting for this one because I'm part of the #1 guild on my server, so we'll be in Phoenix Hall. The awards for being in Phoenix Hall and getting individual high score is divine bags, so you get divine points and you get divine stones and fate stones for this. To be anywhere in the top 20, you get divine stones and fate stones. For those of us who are at the fate stone level, and I don't know if anybody's at the divine stone level yet, maybe, that's incredible. To fight for that alone is worth it. And also for these blue beads, which you can use to buy more divine stones. So this is just, I mean, that's amazing. And then there's guild points. So if you're the #1 guild, you get these silk scrolls. So this is for the library, as well as more blue beads that you can use to buy more divine stones and fate stones. Oh wait, no, actually. These guys you can only get by combining these guys. So to get them straight up like this, that's actually incredible. And then there's strategy points, so you also will receive a ranking here, which will help your guild level up. So if you're in Eagle Hall, that's a #2 guild. You also get divine stones and blue beads, more library tokens, and more jades. And then Peacock Hall, the #3 guilds unfortunately don't have the same level of prizes as everybody else, but they will still get blue beads, turquoise jade, and silk scrolls. So these prizes are worth fighting for. Absolutely, the guilds should all be scrambling to get as strong as possible before Friday night. If you're a guild leader, I would be looking to recruit, I would be looking to dismiss inactive members, I would be looking to get stronger, maybe fight for one of these top 3 places if you can, because these prizes will definitely advance your servants, advance your teams, and advance your guild. So we're looking forward to that this weekend. Let's go ahead and cover our VIP suit. She is called Mighty Goddess. She has this incredible dragon. Let's go ahead and take a look at her individually and see what we've got here. She's got a hairstyle. Oh, I like that actually. She's got her dress and coat. Shoes. Wait, I'm sorry, go back. What are those shoes called? Boots. Maybe should have translated that differently. Okay, so piece for the helmet. She's got a sword. I think that's a sword. Yeah, that's a sword. And then she has this really interesting hairpiece. And clouds. And then a dragon. She is $50. So that's the VIP suit for this week. Let's head over to... It's gonna be quickly. We'll cover him last. We'll cover our new servant last. So let's go down to Masterpiece, and this is the Emperor's new suit. I still think he looks like Hua Cheng. I still think he's cosplaying a character from Heaven Official's Blessing. But we'll come over here and grab our free pieces. His task list is here. From the task list, you get 12 of these paintings, so that's 12 pulls from there. Okay, so you get 12 pulls from the task list. You get 6 pulls when you first start up the game. You get 42 pulls from the daily refresh for a total of and 7 free daily pulls, so for a total of 67 pulls free in this game. In order to get the suit, you need 90 pulls, and in order to get the makeup, you need 28 pulls. So if you only want the makeup, you can get that for free. If you want both items, and I suggest you get both items, it's fun to have new clothes, and the clothes should add about 10,000 points to your total power, and the makeup will add something as well, but the makeup is so beautiful, I'm not going to skip it. It's going to cost a total of 2,550 gold, which truly is not very much in terms of this game. Let's go ahead and open it up. It's a simple match 3, but there are some power-ups down here. Unobtained. Okay, so I think you get these power-ups free. Yeah, so we just got a power-up from completing things. Tap any element to play. Oh, okay, let's erase all of the red ones. Oh, and another one dropped in. So that's the pot. Let's see, I've got the fan now. Apply and erase the whole line. Okay. And then, what's the bowl of ice? Erase a 9-square grid. Okay, other than that, it's just a simple match 3 game with some power-ups that you can use. You have a very short amount of time to get to the high score though, which I think is why there's so many power-ups. But you don't even have to pay for the power-ups, which is interesting. Usually you do have to pay for that, which ups the cost of anything, but I guess since this is dropping at the same time as a new servant, and those are so expensive, they've chosen to make it really easy on us, which I like a lot. That's very kind. You do seem to get a lot of these. A lot more than I think you really need, because as you can see, I've already hit the high score. I'm just gonna keep playing and see how far I can get. Oh. There's a bit of lag when you're using those, at least on my phone. I've got a bit of lag. "20 seconds left. The first time I played this game, I didn't use any of the power-ups, so it actually was a bit of a crunch to get to the high score. So if you're not super good at match 3s, then definitely use up all of your power-ups. They don't roll over to the next time you open the game, so there's not really any reason not to use them. Ooh, let's see, I've completed a task. The tasks are to complete the... Okay, the tasks are to use those items up. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and sweep everything. Okay. And I think I will go ahead and finish grabbing all of the makeup, so then we can go take a look at that. Okay. Come here, I'm gonna spend some gold. No, I need to go to... Nope. Store. I need to go to the store, and that should be enough right there. Why does it do that? Why does it do one at a time? Okay, so now I should have that makeup. Let's head over here. I'm wearing some of it already because I really liked it. Let's go over to collection, and she should be right here. So this is the new makeup. It's called Queen's Wish. I'm going to collect 30 gold for having completed it. Take a look at her. She's got a new forehead piece, beautiful golden scales, yellow eyes, a new makeup. Oops. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Let's see. She's got new lips, new blush, a new facial accessory, and her new face is right here. So let's see. I want to save her as she is and zoom back. Wow, she looks angry. I'm going to put my face back the way I like it. Oops. I want this one. Oh, it's going to take me forever to find the one lipstick that I like. I think it's this one. I kind of don't like her new forehead piece. It almost looks like a unibrow to me. Let's stick with those. Those eyebrows are way too angry. We've had a lot of angry eyebrows recently. Has anybody noticed that? I wonder why we've had so many angry eyebrows. Maybe the game wants us to look aggressive. I can never remember which eyebrows I had on before. Close enough. Let's see, what else is left? Oh, right, the Emperor's suit. So let's go take a look at that. We're gonna head over here, and you can put on everything that's in the game, even if you don't have it. You can't save it, but you can put it on. So I believe, yep, it's Jade hat, and then he's got Jade Tassel, and then he's got Jade Charm. So this is the new event suit for him. It's lovely. So he's got these gold cranes, hairstyle covering one eye. It's red and gold and black. I mean, it looks really cool. I'm not totally sure what he has. Oh, it's a bow. That's what he has in his hand. I almost couldn't see the string. So he's got a bow in his hand. So that's really cool. I'll be excited to have new clothes for him. He's not my favorite. He's my least favorite, actually. If I had to number them 1 through 4, he gets number 4. So I tend to ignore him quite a bit. So I'm happy that he's going to have something new. Now let's go ahead and take into the most time-consuming part of this, Ma Chao. Oh, before we start that though, now that I've seen Rainbow Garment down here, I have been informed that if you purchase Rainbow Garment right now, the money that you spend on that, which is $20, goes towards the goddess suit. So you will get $20 of this as well. So let's see, how much is $20 worth of gold here? Not you. Let's see. That's going to be somewhere between 980 and 1980, so like 1200 gold, let's say. Let's see what you would get for 1200. 60, 360, 680, 980, 1280. So you might just get to the hair if you purchase this suit over here. So you could get you would get this entire suit and about half of that VIP suit, almost half of that VIP suit. And if you purchase Loyal Servant over here in More Award, he's also $20. So then if you were interested in having Ma Chao and this suit, now is the time to buy both of those things. You're up to $40. So then you would have almost all of the goddess suit, because the last piece for $32.80 should be in the last $10. So you would have up to the dress, or up to the dragon, but not the dress, I think, if you were to buy both of those things at this point. So let's go back in to this. This is just bonus prizes that pop up every time we get a new servant. So at the end of this, if you did not purchase More Award, you will have 1 copy of Ma Chao from doing this. Let's go up and take a look at Burning Fire. This is his event. He's the only guy who has a horse so far, which is really interesting, and he looks so out of place. Let's go into trial. So this is where you can see you can replace a servant that you already have on your team with Ma Chao. So he's a warrior, so I would replace Shang Yu with him. So let's see how a 2-star Ma Chao performs. Actually, let's go ahead and do very quickly my story level for this with the guys I already have, and then we'll compare it to how Ma Chao does. This, I'm PK blocked. I can't go any further because this is an all wood team, and if we come over here to restrain, you can see that wood restrains water, but fire restrains wood. So my team being 3 water struggles really hard against wood teams. Even with fire restraining wood, it's not enough because I only have Zhang Yu and Lady Hebe, so those are not very high damage fire characters. So let's go ahead and watch this battle play through at 3 times speed, and then we'll compare how Ma Chao does. It's gonna be a good fight.
思无邪，剑舞如虹，诊断善恶。火舞霓裳，胡佳云，龙有曲泽。
复活安邦，神兵天降。相出如龙，相出如龙。
忘忧曲，
青莲剑歌，妙手回春。
红莲护盾，断肠曲。
背水一战。
火舞霓裳，
剑舞如虹。
胡佳云。
Okay, so that was the battle that I have right now. Let's go ahead and replace Ma Chao. Let's replace Shang Yu with Ma Chao and see how it goes. I already did this yesterday and I still don't pass, but that's how it is. Let's go ahead and do current mission. So that's chapter 74:18. Let's go ahead and see how Ma Chao performs. So look at how big he is. So he has an all-over attack, and he also has an attack that sets enemies on fire. So you can see Han Xin there is... Oh no, that's Di Ching. Di Ching is currently on fire. And if Ma Chao lights him on fire and then hits him with a certain attack, he is guaranteed to attack with a crit. Oh, he's dead. Unfortunately, he is also pretty weak against these teams, I guess. I wonder if he's going to do the attack where he jumps off the horse, because I saw him pull that one last time.
断肠曲。
坚韧不屈，背水一战。
That actually does worse than my current team, doesn't it? Or that's unfortunate. So let's take a look at his details. No. This is his drop rate, so you can see he's at 0.4. He's just 1%. 1 point... It's not even 1%. The drop rates are atrocious. Let's see. Replace will transform a servant. I already saw how many of these I would need to transform Shangyu. I need 11 copies of Ma Chao. I will probably not have 11 copies of Ma Chao by the end of this event, even if I purchase the thing, which will give you, I think if you purchase this, if you do more award, how many copies of him do you actually get? So activate to gain 16, all the more awards. So is that 16 debris? And then you get 10 more debris if you do more awards. Is that right? You only get 10 more? No, it's not. You get a whole nother copy of him, right? Ah, okay, I understand. Because you get 1 copy and then some extra. So then you should have 2 copies if you activate this. Is that... Hold on, let me do some math here. Okay, yeah, so you get 50 debris from the free thing, so that's 1 copy of Ma Chao, and then you also get, for more award, you get a second copy of Ma Chao. So for $20, you get 1 more copy of him. You also get 4 of these pink papers that increase your chances of summoning him, as well as a bunch of random fire debris and various other items. So paying $20 will only get you 1 more Ma Chao, which, now that I think about it, is not great. But that's Loyal Soldier. Let's go ahead and cover Ma Chao's abilities. I think I need to hit this one. Okay, yeah, so his active ability is that he causes 80% of his attack damage. I'm sorry, he causes his attack damage plus 80% to his enemies twice. Each damage causes the guards max. He's specifically against guards, so he's a guard breaker. Each damage causes a guard's max HP plus a 3% more extra damage to a guard. So each damage shall be less than twice as much as his own attack. Okay, so he can never attack twice as powerfully as his main attack, but he'll get really close. Let's do his other active attack. He launches a double hit to the unit with the lowest HP, and each attack causes his attack times 171%. This is the one, so if they're under burn, which is one of his passive abilities, then they will suffer a crit for sure. So he does do crit damage, and and Ma Chao will regain 40%. He will regain some HP that is 40% of the damage that he does that round. So that's a very useful skill. Let's take a look at his passive skill. It has an increase of attack 40%, HP 20%, crit damage 15%, and crit rate 6%. And then his passive item, whenever Ma Chao launches an attack, he has a possibility to light the target on fire. That is going to decrease their HP 2 rounds by 15% of his attack. So that's a treated effect, basically. So he's got a treated effect that will increase his chances of hitting a crit. So people are saying that he's probably going to be a better warrior than Shangyu. From what I've seen, he's not going to perform better in my team than Shangyu, but that doesn't mean I won't try to get him later on, because Shangyu fights better in teams that have more fire players, because he has some abilities that are stronger when he has a fire team member. So let's go ahead and hit view and take a look at him. He's our current fire warrior. Let's see his active ability. He attacks an enemy 5 times in a row. Each attack causes his attack plus an additional 49% of his attack damage, and each damage has a possibility of lighting the enemy on fire. So they both light people on fire. he only has 1 active ability, whereas Ma Chao has 2. His passive skill, oh my god, he has so many passive skills. When his HP is less than 60%, he triggers Burns Bridges and dispels all the debuffs. He attacks attack plus 30%, crit rate plus 20%, crit damage 30%. Burn Bridges, he is immune to all damage, all control skills, Dragon Pike, no cool time. Increases his damage 12%. Okay, so if he's close to death, then he has this skill, which makes him a lot stronger. His passive skill, attack 40, HP 20, crit 20. I think Ma Chao's passive skill is better, isn't it? Let's go take a look. 40, 20, 15, 6. And then Shang Yu's is 40, 20, 20, 20. Okay, so yeah, Shang Yu has a better passive skill, and he adds damage to strategist 20%. I have a strategist on my team, so he's been boosting Luo Sheng. So, or not Luo Sheng, Luo Shen. So Shang Yu is a good one to have on teams that have strategists because he adds a buff to strategists. And then he increases the damage of burn caused by all units by 15% of his attack. Or maybe he doesn't have a fire-related ability. I must have been thinking of somebody else. So these are the 2 warriors, and it just depends on who's on your team and what's going to work best for you. But Ma Chao, if you're looking for a fire warrior, this is a good chance to grab one. So Ma Chao's up here. Let's see, his awards are right here, so if you do more boosts, you get these pink papers, so Ma Chao papers, you get a better chance of summoning him. How much gold is it going to cost to summon enough Ma Chaos to use him for your team? That depends on your luck, and how many copies of him you need, and whether you're using transform or not. Now that transform is an option in here, now that replace is an option, I would strongly recommend saving up enough copies of whatever person you are after and using replace, even though it's not cheap. So let me see, for 3 stars it's $13.50, for 4 stars it's $3,000. It's a lot of gold to use replace, but in the end it still ends up being quicker and easier than the other options. So if you can get enough copies of Ma Chao to go right now and use his individual, if you have enough copies of Ma Chao to use this replace or this transform, I would, because this one's free. So if you only need like 4 copies of him and you need to replace him with a 3-star servant, absolutely go ahead and use his free transform, because that's better than paying 1,000,000 gold for the other one. But if you don't have that option, then save up, as like if you're me and you need 11 copies in order to get him, then I would save up some gold as well and use the other one and just take your time with it, because this game is, how do I put this? This is a strategy-based game. We all know that. That's why we're working on teams. That's why we're working on arrays. That's why we're constantly fiddling with things. But it's a long game. You're not playing this to get somewhere quickly, finish it out, and then quit playing, right? It's not like Candy Crush or something that has so many levels and then the story is done and everything is done and you uninstall the game. This one is a long-term game that you'll probably be playing for years if you truly enjoy it like I do. So there's beginning strategies, there's middle strategies, there's end game strategies, there's dream goals, team goals you can have. I am personally in an end game sort of strategy. I've already got the Empress title and my team is pretty strong. I'm at 5.1 million. So at this point in the background, I'm building my dream team, which in this case is going to be Shang Yu, Li Bai, Lan Ling. So actually, my dream team is going to be these guys. Let's go into array and we'll put them in. So I want Shang Yu, I want Li Bai, and I want Bian, and I want the bald monk, and I want Lord Lan Ling. And that's what my dream team is. So I'm currently working on building these guys. You can see I've got Lonling up to 2 stars. I've got the Bald Monk up to 2 stars. Bien is up to 5. And these two are pretty high. So I've got Shangyu up to 2 stars, 2 purple stars, and Li Bai is up to 1 purple star. Ultimately, that's my dream team. That's the goal. However, that's going to take forever to do, because Yin Yang's take an absolutely ridiculous amount of time to collect. But I have time. At this point, I've already completed all of the major goals that I want, and I'm just fighting to get strong enough to move through the story and get through everything. If you're at a different stage in the game, then you're going to have different goals. If I was a beginning player, when I was a beginning player, actually, I spent a lot of gold pulling in these guys' pools. Not necessarily because I wanted that specific character, but because I needed dupes, because I needed extra pulls, because I needed details, because I needed all of these other various characters, and I was lucky enough on some of them to pull some yin yangs as well. So depending on where you are in the game, it would be beneficial to do multiple pulls in here. I'm personally going to do quite a lot of them. I think I average about 100 pulls every time one of these servants shows up, and the reason for that is that there's 20 days to this event. Now, if you've seen my gold video, then you know that you can get up to 2,000 gold every single day as a free player. I currently don't have any of the top-ups activated, so I do have some VIP bonuses since I am V4, but as a VIP 0 player, you can still get up to 2,000 gold, and the way that works is you complete absolutely everything that you have in the game in your free gold locations, and then you spam errands for extra gold. I didn't really do that today. I did a little bit, but not as much as I have been in recent days. You can get up to 2,000 gold every single day if you know where to find it, and I have a video posted on where to find all of that gold. So if you have 2,000 gold and you do pull 10 every day, then you will have pulled 200 times in this pool. And if you pull 200 times in this pool, then you will have 1 copy of Ma Chao. You'll have 2 extra copies of Ma Chao just from doing that, and that's not counting any copies of him that you may have pulled as just with luck through your pulls. If you're lucky, you might actually have enough by the time you've done all of that without having to purchase loyal soldiers. You'll get 1 from there, and then if you do 200 pulls from here, you'll get 2 more from there, so you'll be up to 3 copies of him, and that's not counting any you pulled just while you were doing your pulls. So it does mean that you're not going to be able to spend gold on anything else in the game, but you will have copies of Ma Chao. So that's a strategy. If you're really serious about getting him and you don't want to spend money, that's how you do it. You do 10 pulls, and it's just easier to keep track. It's just easier to keep track if you're doing 10 pulls. It's not going to guarantee you more of him. It's just going to make it easier for you to know where you are in all of this. Of course, you do have the recruit counter, but you'll just know how much gold you've spent on him that way. So that should be... Oh, that's not everything. There is one more thing from this. There's 2 more things actually that dropped into the update. So if you were in your bag and you have any fusu paper left over, which I don't think that I do. No, I spent all my fusu paper. So if you had any fusu paper left in your bag, you can go ahead and convert that into something. The notice is gone. I don't know what it converts to, either regular recruit paper or into gold or coins. So the fusu paper has been taken care of, and then they have moved the time of guild battle. Opens on Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 21:30 every Friday and Saturday. So that's a different time than it was before, but I cannot remember what time it was before. It was 1 p.m. for me. So be aware, be advised that they have actually moved the start time of guild battle, and I think they did that because we have the new cross-server guild battle royal assembly. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Oh, one more thing. I have recorded the mates video, so that will mean that I have a video on the guild hall. I will have a video on all of the gold in the game, and the video on guild basics, or not guild basics, but array basics, as well as the mates video. I'm going to put all of them into a playlist once that's uploaded. So that'll cover it. What's covered in the mates video is all of the mates, the relationships, all of these little things in the fan, the wish pool, and also costume battle, solo and duo show are both covered in that. As also connected to mates is the paintings and Sweet Date. It's going to be another hour-long tutorial video, so look out for that. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.